don't know, for some reason Mr. Prajwal has not yet joined. We'll continue. Write down this. Second is to define industry type. Industry.
Come again?
To define industry type.
Okay.
Industry type. Write down the path.
1 minute.
SPRO IMG. SPRO IMG.
Yeah.
Logistics General. Logistics General. Material Master.
Yeah.
Material Master. Field Selection.
1 minute. Material Master Field Selection.
Field Selection.
Field Selection. Okay.
Under that, define industry sectors and industry sector specific field selection. Define industry sectors and industry sector specific field selection. T code OMS3. Make a note of this part. Let me know once you have written.
What is the T code?
OMS3. OMS3.
Okay.
Should I proceed?
Yes.
Well, here you can see there are many industry sectors which are already predefined, and this can take one character like 1, 2, 3, 4 special character and other things which are already defined here. So what's our company code? Tech Park, right?
Yes, PTPL.
Yeah, we can go with this electrical or even service. Soumya Steel, something is there for us.
Electrical, pharmaceutical, commodity.
Well, in this, I will just take a special character because from A to Z dollar already used. I'll take it as dollar.
Okay. Okay.
And Tech Park generally into service, I take it as service. Industry description as service. And field reference A, this is for raw materials. Field reference A. Make a note.
Okay. Industry dollar. So A is common for everything.
Yeah, Venkat, I was just speaking to Prajwal. You asked me something.
Yeah, is A common for everything for field reference?
Yeah, this field reference A, it is general for raw materials what we take. It's common. You can say this. These fields are already predefined. You can take generally A. Make a note. Let me know if you have written.
Yep. Done.
So I enter, save it. So data is saved. This is second. Further, next step, to write down material groups. Define material groups.
Yep.
Just a minute, I'll just connect back. Please hold on.
Yep. Hello.
Yeah, I was just speaking to Prajwal. He says there is some issue, he is not able to join. We'll continue. Industry sector, we have defined it as service. Next
Yep.
is about material groups. You
Yep.
can write down this part. SPRO, IMG, Logistics General. SPRO, IMG, Logistics General, Material Master, Material Master. Under Material Master, it is settings for key fields. Settings for key fields. Under Material Master, it is settings for key fields. Under that, define material groups. Define material groups. Again, you have so many material groups already predefined. You can write down the T code for this OMSF. T code is OMSF.
Okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Well, you proceed here. Observe. Click on new entries. If you want to create a new material group, I click on new entries. Once I click on new entries, material group I have, and I need to give some description. It's into tech park, as you say. So probably we are going to provide some service in tech parks. And you said it as prestige, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly were you working on? Just to have some material group, I'm asking you.
I was working as a technical support
Hmm?
engineer. Technical support.
No, any materials that you used to handle?
Materials regarding the system, PC troubleshooting, debugging.
Fine, fine. In that case, I'll just take it as
Yeah.
electronics. I'm just giving this as a group, electronics.
Okay.
Or we can even take it as what's our company code? PTPL, right? So
Yeah.
I just name it as PTPL underscore E. I'm just naming it so. In description, I'll give it as electronics. The other one, I'm going to create two groups. Let us have two groups, PTPL underscore T. So this is for PTPL or testing. I'll just name it as testing.
Testing. Okay.
Testing material. Hello, 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 hello. So I have these two groups. Make a note. I'll save it if I have written.
Okay. What is beside this material group description? A
This
group.
material groups, we are going to further create materials which all come under a particular group. Based on these groups, I can get to know, I can generate a report where I can get to know from the tables what are the materials that I have created under a certain group. If it is into manufacturing industry, let us assume steel, they
Okay.
are going to manufacture with different carbon combinations. In that case, they need such material groups. Or if it is into any other manufacturing industry where you are processing some
Petrol
center,
such
yeah,
as crude
heavy
oil.
industry kind of thing, there you need these classifications, rather demarcations of different material groups. So you can have such.
Okay.
Enter, save it. Now just to give you a bit more insight on this, if I go back, you can see the list of all material groups as you have here, like sheets, fasteners, cable, and so on.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah. And material group, how many characters can you enter?
here, you can just check this. As you can see, is it clear?
Around 13.
Line 9.
9. Okay. Okay. Fine.
So this is about material groups. Next, write down define number ranges for material types. Define number ranges for material types. Write down the path, SPROIMG, Logistics General, Material Master. Under Material Master's basic settings, Under basic settings, material types. Under material types, it is define number ranges for each material type. Write down this path. SPRYMG, logistics general, material master, basic settings, then material types. Define number ranges for each material type. T code is MMNR. Make a note.
MMNR.
MMNR. NR.
One.
Number range.
Basic settings. Yeah. Yeah, done.
And this.
Yeah.
I'll click on this. Define number ranges for each material type. Observe the screen carefully. You have groups here. One is display, other is maintain. Again, intervals here you have one is to display, other is to change, and one more you have change number range status. NR. NR is number range status. First, what we need to do is we need to find out the material type that we have defined. To which group does that material type belong? We have to find out that. So I have to click on this groups, right down. Click on maintain groups. You can also write down with this pencil icon. Initially, for a few days, you need to get acquainted with the screen, the options, what you have, how to work on that. Once
Okay, and means will I receive the same thing? Means in my
yeah, you will also get groups the way you have, but the way the graphical interface, what you are seeing in this screen and the other screen, the one what you are using is a bit older. This is bit new, so it may differ in that sense. Rest all it remains same. Application wise, it is same.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So click on this groups. Now in this, I have to find out my material type that I have defined. So to find, I have either Control F or this binocular search icon, which I can find. So I'll click on this find. So what is the material type that I have defined?
Yeah, it is PTRM, I guess.
Huh?
PTRM. PTRM. Raw material, right?
Yeah, PTRM.
Yes.
Okay, PTRM. See, if I enter that, number of hits mapping is 1. So I have PTRM somewhere in the list. I'll click on that. It will directly take me to PTRM row. Now I need to find where is this PTRM. If I just scroll up, I have this PTRM under this name, number range group. Okay, I have it under this number range group. I have number ranges for raw materials. So this is what I have. I'll double click on this. Just observe this for a while. Later I'll let you know how this group is created and how we can take these materials into certain group and so on. We'll just see. And moreover, for system, it is just the number. It can be any material, but it just remains a number with which system will identify what is the material. So every material can have its own identification with the number. Like for example, if the client, they say that raw materials, just by looking at the number, I should be able to identify that it is a raw material or any other material type for that matter. So in that case, we can have such groups separate the way you are seeing here, number range group for raw material it is showing. And below you have food processing. Later you have for GMR and so on. So like this, we can have typical number ranges for each material type. Here we are into PTRM, what we have defined for our company PTPL, raw material for PTPL. In this case, what we can do is, yes, in this case, what we can do is see PTRM, raw material for PTPL. I'll just go ahead with this. Number ranges for raw material I have. I'll just double click on this. Number ranges for raw material. If I double click on that, I can see here this number range has been taken from so and so digit to the other digit. Can you just count the number of digits there? How many digits you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17.
No, count it properly.
Okay.
I'll just scroll. Just look at it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, 18 digits. 18 digits.
So ranges are every time only 18 digits?
Yeah, this is what the limit is. 18 digits.
Okay, so we can either decrease but not increase.
Yes, yes.
Or
This
is it
maximum.
mandatory to
Maximum.
keep it maximum? Okay.
And observe the screen. You have this insert line, delete. This is to select, and this is to deselect. Now in this screen, I would like to add one number range. I would like to create a number range. How to create? Observe this. I click on insert. Once I click on insert, it is automatically taking here. In your system, a new window will open up for you, Venkat. So you may not have to worry on that. You will have to just define there. But one thing, what you can observe here, see, you have this external ext. While creating material, there are two possibilities. One, system will automatically generate the number based on the range that you have defined. That is called internal numbering. While creating a material, you can make a note, internal and external number ranges. Internal and external. Number ranges. Below that, you can write first one internal number range. Have you written?
Yeah.
Yeah. Further write down under that. If system generates a material number
Okay.
while creating a material based on a predefined number range, it is called internal numbering. It's called internal numbering. As you can see below, you have such a big range given, and the number range status it shows until 370 it has been consumed. Next number, when you are going to try creating a material under this, you will be getting 371.
Okay.
Whosoever it uses, they'll be getting it as 371. Now we can write down external number range. External.
Okay.
The user
Okay.
can
No.
number a material while creating it. This is external numbering. However, the number range for external numbering can also be predefined. Meaning you define a range for external numbering, but while creating material, you manually provide, or the user will manually give the number. That is external. If you are allowing system to generate, it is internal. That's all. Fine. Okay. In this, let me just try this. I have 700, so I'll take 700, next number I'm just going with.
Okay.
700, 500. As you can observe here, this number range I have just taken beyond this, and you will have to just observe the entire, you have to scroll up and down entire table, and you should just check whether the number what you are trying to define is a new range or is it overlapping with any others which are already defined. If it is overlapping, system will throw the error saying it is overlapping. Getting?
Okay.
Observe
Okay. Yeah.
here. I'll try saving this. Fine. It is not showing that the range is overlapping because I have just observed before. Now, one more thing what we need to understand here. You can observe this. It says, see, while taking the details from 1000 to the company code PTPL, it had told that few number ranges will not be automatically recorded and it has to be manually triggered. You remember that?
Yes.
I
Yes.
had told you that as well while.
Yeah.
So this is one such case, the first case which is appearing. It says the maintenance must be triggered manually. Interval maintenance must be triggered
Okay.
manually. And it is also telling how can you do it, saying that you go to initial screen for number range, choose the function interval and transport. It's also providing you the information. You have to observe screen, read properly and try understanding. It also says that you have to go back to the initial screen to where you start defining the number range, click on interval and transport. Fine, I'll say yes, I continue. So it says changes were saved, but one thing you observe, until now whatever we have done, we have got a customizing request.
Yes.
So this is the first place where we are not getting it. Whatever you do under SPRO, IMG, when you are customizing, you get a customizing request. So here I need to go back to initial screen, which is this.
Okay.
This screen, MMNR screen. This is the initial screen. Here, see, in your system, you will be getting intervals here in the top menu bar for you, Venkat. Okay. But in this system, you have that under this ranges. Click on ranges and transport.
Okay.
Make a note. But in your system, you will get interval. Instead of ranges, you can find interval. You have to click on that and then transport. Getting, Venkat?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wonder if you don't find this ranges there. It is, as I told you, a bit old. So the functions were different then.
And regarding these ranges, we can keep the numbers up to 100 digits. Means like the difference is like 100. It was
Yes,
401 and it is 500.
You can have it from 18 digits starting 1 to all zeros. You can have that, not an issue. But it's a very huge number.
Okay.
Fine. So
after that, we need to save, right?
Yeah, we have to save it. Now, in this itself.
Actually, I didn't see that ranges. After that, I wasn't.
After that, I have to transport.
Okay, transport. After that.
Then say yes.
Okay.
That's it. You are getting the customizing request.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Now, in this itself, I would like to let you know one more thing. There's a bit extra, but still, let me give you this information. I go to groups. And in this, I have group here. I would like to create. Observe this. I click on create. I'm trying to create a new group. So this group, I'll name it as PTPL number range. I don't want to be under some other number range. I would like to name it as PTPL number range. Fine.
Okay.
I clicked on group, new number range. So I'll take from 1 to 10,000. Let me just check out this number. 1 to 10,000. This is a new group. I enter. So it takes 1 to 10,000. I would like to save this new one. 1 to 10,000. So it says enter without overlap. Can you see that?
Enter intervals without overlap.
Without overlap. That means 1 to 10,000 is already taken.
Taken over. Okay.
Okay. Because of which it is throwing the error saying enter without overlap. You can observe here so many huge numbers are already taken. Yeah. So you can just come down to this interval having free intervals here.
Free intervals. Okay.
Just observe them. These are few free intervals which are available. Now among them, without thinking much, I would like to take the first one. Okay, I took that.
Yeah. Okay.
And see this, I'll select how to delete. I'll show that as well. I can select that and delete here.
Okay.
Okay, I deleted it.
Okay.
So I have taken some range, and this is automatically checking this external. I have to check on this box if I have to give external numbering out of this.
Oh, yeah.
This box is meant for that. If I can remove this, then it is for internal. However, in this group, because this number range is available only for external, it has auto checked.
Yes.
I'll just save this.
Okay.
I'll come back. I'll say yes, I want to save it. I come back. Now here, I should be seeing the new number range that I have created, new group that I have created. Number range for PTPL.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
Yeah, no. Number range.
And it's